Hello, everybody. Thanks very much for joining. I don't know how you found me, but I'm really glad you did. If you do like this kind of content, which at the minute is cleaning, hoping to expand a bit, but if you do like it, please do like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me and it would help the channel grow. So on this day, I have challenged myself to a 1 hour speed clean, and spoiler alert, I managed to get it done. This was all the time that I had in this day, so I had to be quick. And I'm just changing a sheet in my bedroom at the minute. It's actually not bed changing day, but there was a little bit of juice spilt on the sheet, so I'm changing it over. And you will see then me making the rest of the beds in all the rooms, carrying on to the kitchen. So let me just tell you about this particular day. So I was working from home, trying to get everything done really, really quickly in my lunch hour. And then when the kids came home from school, we had to do their homeworks quickly and get ready for Jude's first confession. So if you don't know what that is when you go to the priest for the very first time as a child and you confess your sins. I mean, I don't know how many sins a child would have at that age. However, that is the way it is in the Catholic religion. And so that's what we were planning to do that evening. So Jude was worried sick about confessing. He had a full list of things that he wanted to say to the priest. He was rehearsing it meticulously over and over and over again. And I know Jude has been sent to me from God to test my patience, because I don't know what it is. He has this middle child condition, and it's that condition where the middle child thinks that they're the boss of the house, and they are the ones that when they give you an order, you just obey by it. And when you tell them to do something, they just say no. And this has gone on for quite a while. But anyway, nevertheless, he's a lovable child, but he is definitely the middle child. We'll just leave it at that, will we? So yeah, he had a whole list of things that he wanted to say to the priest, and of course he was really, really nervous. So he's asking his older sister, she's a year older than him, what should I say? Oh, Jude, you should say, that time you were being naughty to me, and that time you called me a popo head. And I'm like, no, the priest doesn't need to know about that time. Oh, okay then, Jude, you need to tell him about the time when you were 2 years old and you peed in my carpet. No, he doesn't need to know that either. So we're just trying to be really, straightforward. Like, just say what you feel, son. What do you think you've done that you need to confess? And has this full list, and he's asking me, what do I think? And I'm saying, well, son, to be honest, I could add more to that list, but we'll not. We'll just keep it very brief, because the way things are going, you're probably going to need your own session with the priest. I'll probably have to book you in a one-on-one tomorrow morning at Mass, and give them that full list of 100 things that you've done from January. But hey ho, that's the way it goes. So there he was, practicing into the mirror to himself all the things that he wants to confess. And on that morning when I took him down to school, it said to me, Mummy, what have I to say to your big fella? I says, what big fella? The big fella, forget his name, he's mates with Jesus. I said, oh, right, the priest. He said, yeah. And I says, okay, well, we don't call him big fella. And as I've said to you a million times before, you just say what you think. So he's obviously practicing. We get down to the Mass and we're all prepared. And he then has to go up and confess for the very first time. And then a parent has to stand and give them a wee hug at the end. So I'm standing at the end of the altar waiting for him to come down. And I just look up to see him. He's really, really nervous at this point. And he's like, being cheeky to my mummy and daddy. And I just had to laugh. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And the priest is, saying back to him, oh, you're now forgiven. And then he came down, he hugged me, he wouldn't let go. And I said to him after, son, is that all you said? We had a full list that you had to go through. And he looked at me sort of giggling, and I said, oh, we'll have to go back and see the price tomorrow morning and continue on with that list. We had a good giggle at the end, like, but yeah, that was the most humbling thing to watch. And he enjoyed himself and he was up singing all the hymns and really getting involved. And the priest said, okay, I'm not going to keep the parents waiting too long, so you could all get home and watch the Liverpool match. I'm a Man United fan myself, but for the ones that are Liverpool supporters, get on home early. So I'm not a football fan at all, but everyone had a chuckle and it was a good evening. So now what I'm about to do is clean my office. This is my little working space that I would work 3 days a week from. This used to be Julia's nursery. I'll insert a little picture of what that looked like before I converted it into my office. Looking back at that picture brings back so many memories. It's just a wee cozy room and she loved it. But she's in a bigger room now and she loves that even more. And she was so young when she moved out, so she'll probably not remember her very first bedroom, which is sad. But now it's converted into an office space and it gives me that flexibility to work from home in a nice spacious area, and I'm so lucky that I have that. And it's also my makeup station. It's the station where I do all the kids' hairs in the morning. I print out their homeworks. I print out lyrics for songs. I do my editing. So it's definitely a very used room. So moving on, I'm in Jude's room now. And I'm just making his bed and hoovering really quickly. It doesn't need a dusting. It was all dusted the day before. There's nothing really to clean. So he's very good at keeping his room tidy. For a middle child, he has that good quality about him. My daughter, on the other hand, is very easygoing. So you might say to her, hi, can you just lift your socks there? They're clean, and your pyjamas, and put them away. And she'll get up the stairs and forget that I've asked her to do that. She will get up the stairs and just leave them in the landing and then think, wonder what my mum asked me to do. And she'll just go on about her business, and then I will go up the stairs and see that they're moved as I've asked her to lift them. They've definitely moved, but they're in a space where they don't belong. So then I'll say to her again in her little landing, can you lift them up, make them away? I'd say, oh yes, yes, yes. And then I will go back later on that night and find that they're in the bed with her. Socks and underwear clean, just sitting in the bed with her. But what can you do? I mean, that's Georgia for you. She's definitely a dreamer, and she's the most easiest going of all my children. The other two are very quick in response to, if you ask them to do something, they're right away. That's it, it's done. So if I say to Julia, okay, we're leaving now, she will be right there behind you, shoes and all on, ready to go. And she's only 3. Jude is exactly the same. Georgia, on the other hand, is away in a world of her own, a world far, far, far away from here. And I say to her again, Georgia, we're leaving. Oh, yes, 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 I'm coming now. And she might get down the stairs, and then you'll say, okay, where's your shoes? And she'll go back up the stairs again, and then you have to run back up the stairs after and say, Georgia, we're leaving. Oh, yes, yes, but I need to go to the bathroom first, okay? And then we're leaving. She'll come back down the stairs again, and then I'll say, Georgia, your shoes. And she'll say, oh, wait, yeah, them, yeah, right, I'll go back up and get them. And before you know it, it's like chaos every day leaving with Georgia. So yeah, I guess every child is uniquely different and we must embrace our flaws. Well, that's what Georgia tells me anyway. So I have to be patient with her in that respect. So it's very different than the patience that I have for Jude and the patience that I have for my toddler, Julia. Well, everybody knows if they have a toddler that that's just a different level of patience. But yeah, they're all very uniquely different, but very, very similar at the same time. It's hard to explain. So now I'm cleaning my kitchen sink and I don't really know why, because it's going to be filled with dishes as soon as the children come home. And that what you see there, the little white dots, that's paint that I keep saying I'm gonna get that paint off. I'm gonna get a scrubbing pad, a scrub daddy, scrub mummy, and scrub away at that. Because if I pick away at it, it does come off. But I just haven't got around to doing it. And I painted the kitchen about 4 months ago. Just give it a freshen up. So that's been there from then. Now you're going to see me just folding up some washing. I didn't get to put it all away because, again, I only had an hour and I needed to get back to work, and later on that evening it was put away. But I'll never be on top of washing, let's face it. And it'll be like this for the rest of my days. But anyway, I hope this video gave you some motivation. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.